Rise looking to bounce back after a loss this morning to the Salty Crabs. The game is underway as we'll roll right away down to the left side. Lindvall with it now, trying to make a move up to the right. Pressured in on the play by Jordan Fleming as Fleming sends it up, but it's Arcus that will take control. Stick back in into the neutral zone, taken over by Josh Ruddy. Ruddy will try to play it. Work back for Ingles. Ingles going to find Arcus on the breakaway. He shoots, he scores! Bobby Arcus gives the Rise a 1-0 lead off the pass from Jack Ingles. And the Rise quickly going in with their first 5-on-5 goal of the day as Arcus with a beautiful shot off the breakaway. So Bobby Arcus from Jack Ingles. Going to get things rolling. Face-off going to be won by the Rise. Cookingham with it now. Up to the left for John Peters. Peters pressured by Stroop as they battle off the wall. Ball trickles back down to Brenton Dinkins, who sends it down in front of his own net. Burns tries to play it up to the right side. Witzigman with it, trying to force it back. He'll go back to Cookingham. Cookingham delivers one, looking through traffic, trying to find Burns and LaFond in front. As they work behind the net, Witzigman centering try. Up the ice for the Hitmen as it's brought back down for Peters. Peters with it now. Working his way behind the net. Has it for the Rise. Cookingham with it now. Be up for Burns. Sean Burns going to fight his way through. Ball goes off the wall. LaFond going to give chase in there with Connor Kasteroff. Kasteroff trying to play it out. He's got it down into the corner. Pressured in. Kasteroff wins it back out. Sends it up into the neutral zone where John Peters is waiting. Peters waits till the rest of his team gets out behind the blue line. Tries to dump it into the zone. He does. Worked up now as it's taken by Sebastian Roan. Roan tries to play it. Turned over now for Burns. Burns deciding to work it out from the left side. He'll dump it into the zone where it'll be taken behind the net by Brenton Dickens. Dickens up to the left side. Ball gets pressured back in. Witzigman with it now to Burns. Burns with it. Backhands it for Brandon Brownlow. Brownlow steps up. Looks for Burns to the right side. Quick shot. Save. In front. Comes it back out to Brownlow. Brownlow to the right side for Pat Burns. Burns going to fire a shot. Rings one off the post. Trickles wide for Witzigman. Witzigman now behind his own net, or behind the Hitman net, rather. Back for Brownlow. Brownlow sends one low for Witzigman. Witzigman tries to play it. He's pressured by Dickens behind the net. Olinsky in there as well. 2:30 gone here in period number 1. Brought back out to the left side where Herbotten will take over. Back over for Burns. Burns with a quick shot. Glove save by McKeon. As it's brought back out to the zone. Kept in on the play by Burns. Burns having to make his way through. Looking, trying to see if it'll be an icing. No touch on that one, so continue to work his way through. Here's Brandon Brownlow, going to take it out of his own zone. Goes to the left where he finds Pat Burns. Burns works it up the wall. He'll dump it in. Hotcher will chase it in behind. Hotcher out of his own zone. Works his way up to the right side for Jaden Steckler. Steckler back for Hotcher. Hotcher back for Steckler. Steckler over to Prushu, throws one on net. That goes wide. Hotcher takes control off the half wall. Tries to make a move backhand to forehand. Can't get it in. That comes back for Prusha. Prusha rims it back down around to the opposite side. We're hoping to play it out as John DiTomaso. Here comes Steckler trying to make a move on it. Kalstein tries to make a play for the Hitman. Can't do it as Prusha sends it back in. Play comes back down. Kalstein tries to chip it away. He's there, but Lindvall will take control of it. Kalstein going to give chase into the Rise zone. Prusha with it behind the net for Lindvall. Lindvall finds Hoschner with a little bit of room. Ball still loose in the neutral zone. Back for Lindvall. Lindvall off for Prusha. Off for Williams now. Williams with it. Tries to work his way in. Has it at the right circle. Back for Lindvall. Lindvall fires one on net. That goes off of Dickens and wide. Hosher sends one in front. Jade Steckler rebound. And they're going to rule no goal. He just got his pad on the top of the ball over the line, and that keeps us a 1-0 game here with 5:38 to go in the first. Face-off coming to the right of McKeon as Ingles wins it down for Peters. Peters fires a shot that gets deflected wide. Chased in by the Rise. Momstrom backhands one, comes back out for John Peters. Peters tries to fire one, trickles down on net. Comes back out for Ingles, who throws one in that goes wide. A lot of chances from outside. Not able to find the net as Williams turns around and tries to shoot one that gets blocked down in front. They'll continue to try to play it. Comes back out now for John Peters. Peters with it, swung to Ingles. Ingles with a shot, saved by McKeon. Williams with it back to Momstrom. Momstrom up top for Jack Ingles. Ingles swung over to Peters. Peters with a shot, gets blocked down in front as the Hitmen look to play it away. Can't do it though that time as it's kept in the zone by Peters. Williams trying to give chase in there as Tyler Besler looks to take control. Tefelsky with it now, throws one in front looking for Williams. Williams can't connect, but he'll get right to it. He'll throw it back up for Ingles, who fires a shot, saved by McKeon. Momstrom with it, behind the net. Plays it up to the left side. Mike Thompson will try to send it up, but it'll go back behind the net where Tefelsky will take over. Tefelsky centers one, McKeon able to get the glove on it. And I'll cover it up here with 4:24 left to play in the first. Face-off will come to the right of McKeon. This comes back for Brandon Brownlow. Brownlow over to Tefelsky, back to Brownlow. Brownlow tries to play it through. Will Strauss will try to make a move. He tries to send it up, goes off of Brownlow and sent back down the other side where he'll find Bobby Arcus. Arcus in on his own again, this time not able to connect with it though, as he works it up to the left side where Will Strauss will have it. Strauss tries to keep it in the neutral zone. Brownlow has it. Tefelsky tries to make a move, chips it over to the left for Luke Dobbs. Dobbs looks to play it, comes back out for Cookingham now. Cookingham swung for Brownlow. Brownlow across, looking for Dobbs. Dobbs with it. Behind the net now, looking in front. Tefelsky with it, can't connect on it, gets it right back, tries to put it through McKeon's legs, but it's going to go right under his right pad, and we'll get another stop with 3:35 to play here in the first. Face-off going to come to the left of McKeon. Quick shot by Arcus, goes wide, comes back for Dobbs, who has it on his backhand. Dobbs up top for Brownlow. Brownlow back down for Dobbs. Backed up to the half wall and down into the corner. Dobbs will have it now. Trying to work it back out up top for Cookingham, who shoots one. She gets one in. Cookingham looks like he got the redirect from Tefelsky, and it'll be Tefelsky giving the Rise a 2-0 lead as it just goes off his stick from the shot by Cookingham. 2-0 in favor of the Charlotte Rise. Nothing lead for the Rise. 3:09 left to play here in period number 1. Face-off tied up, rolls down in, back for Burns, who sends it back to his brother as they go D to D, working it up the right side for Limbaugh. Limbaugh going to fire one loose in front for McKeon. That'll give a stoppage here with 2:57 left to go. Face-off will go to the left of McKeon. She turns around quick. Limbaugh, quick shot. Rebound chance by Witzigman. Witzigman stopped the chance by Pat Burns on that from going in. As the ball comes back around, Witzigman will have it on the right side. Witzigman with it, works it out. He'll find Burns. Burns pressured in the corner. Comes back out to the half wall. Brought back in as Harvat will look to send it across, but it chips back down in behind the zone. Burns with it, looking behind his own net. That's Pat Burns. Walks it out of the zone, finds his brother Sean in the neutral zone. Sean Burns going to take a quick shot, just goes over the glove of McKeon. As now Burns will take another chance. That's going to go right through the goal mouth and wide. Wayne Witzigman with it now, up top for Pat Burns. Burns walking in, looking, trying to find LaFond with the redirect. He isn't able to get it. As now Burns with it, tries to send it through. Harvat in there to try to take control, but it comes back. Here's Pat Burns with it with a quick shot, looking through. Carlson gets a block on it. 2-0 Rise as they look for a third one. As it's brought back down into the opposite corner. Hitmen trying to get it out of the zone. Can't do it just yet as Limbaugh chips it right back in for Witzigman. Witzigman turns, tries to take a shot. That's blocked down in front. He'll have it on his backhand. Tries to center it as Hitmen trying to get it out of the zone. Here's Pat Burns with it once again. As it's brought back down into the corner. LaFond tries to play it. Kept in by Limbaugh. Here's Limbaugh going in. He takes a shot. Rebound. Witzigman. He scores! Wayne Witzigman finds a loose puck just on the right pad of McKeon, and he'll give the Rise a 3-0 lead with 1:21 left to play in the first. So Witzigman from Limbaugh give the Rise a 3-0 advantage here in period number 1. As Ingles sends it down to the opposite side where it's taken over by Josh Ruddy. Steckler with it, trying to make a move behind the net. As he walks out to the left circle, sends one in front. Helinski backhand chance, that goes wide. Now Helinski playing with it into the corner. Pressured by Ruddy once again, it comes back up for Hotchner. Jeremy Hotchner works his way through, trying to make a move. He'll take a quick shot, that goes wide here as we've reached the final minute of this first period. Hitmen trying to work it through, goes off the official. Ingles takes a shot that goes up and over. Here's Hotchner with it, trying to work out off the half wall, comes back out for Prussia. Prussia back to the right side for Ingles, who fires one that goes wide. Helinski behind the net trying to stuff it home. McKeon gets the pad on it, eventually it'll be covered up. And we will get a stoppage here with 31 seconds left to go. Face off to the right as Steckler plays it back for Prussia. Prussia just keeps it in over the red line. Prussia tries to fire one through that goes off call sheet. Hotchner with a rebound chance, trying to get it in there. He'll center it. Comes back out for Prussia. Prussia finding Jaden Steckler. Can't turn on it as it goes back behind the net for Helinski. Helinski tries to play it out. Comes up. Ingles with a quick shot. He scores! And they're going to roll no goal. And they are ruling no goal on the play. That'll bring a neutral zone face-off here with 11.5 seconds to go. Face-off won by the Rise. Back for Prussia now in his own zone. Prussia works it over to the right side. Final 3 seconds of the first period. Helinski tries. Charlotte Rise with a 3-0 lead here as we enter the second. Ball played back and chipped back into the Rise zone as Josh Ruddy got a stick on it, looking to send it the other way. Here's Cookingham. Throwing it around to the other side, but Will Strauss is in there looking to make a play on it. Strauss pressured by Peters. Ball comes out and it goes to Cole Williams. Williams with it now behind the net. Brought up for Peters on the left side. Peters sends it up looking for Connor Malmstrom. Malmstrom works his way in. He'll take it behind the net. Looking in front as it comes back out. Trickles all the way back to the side where Cookingham will play it. Ball goes off the official, comes back down the other end. Played off the wall by Peters. Turned around, and here's Williams with it. Williams works his way in on the right side, looking, trying to find Olivas on the opposite side. Can't get that one, however. They'll work their way through, come back now for Peters. Peters, Cookingham, quick shot, looking for the deflection in front off Williams, not able to get it. Here's Williams, looking at center, can't do it, comes back for John Peters though. Peters has it, but it's turned around, and now coming the other way are the Hitmen. Hitmen going to look to make a move as Jordan Fleming dumps it into the zone. They're going to get a quick change. Pressuring behind the net is Will Strauss. Cookingham will get it back behind his own net, however, with a minute 30 gone in period number 2. Fry's going to play it out of their own zone. Right up is the fine Connor Malmstrom. Malmstrom throws a quick one that goes off the glove of McKeon and in. And that'll give Malmstrom his first goal of 2025 as the Rise take a 4-0 lead. Face-off, played to the left side of the rink. Brandon Brownlow looks to send it up. He'll find Luke Dobbs with it. Dobbs over to Arcus. Arcus to Dobbs on the left side. As Dobbs has it in the corner. Dobbs looking. Pavelski tries to come and get it. As trying to win the race down is DiTomaso for the Hitmen. DiTomaso pressured by Pavelski. Thompson loses control of it as it trickles back down to Pavelski. Pavelski across for Brownlow with a shot. Saved by McKeon. Rebound chance for Arcus. He decides to send it back up for Brownlow. Brownlow tries to fire as one comes across to Pavelski, who shoots. He scores! Pavelski from Brownlow. As Brownlow not afraid to make the extra pass. As Pavelski gets him on the board and makes this a 5-0 lead. Face-off won by the Rise. Brownlow will have it, looking for Arcus. Arcus has it, works his way through, passes over to Pavelski. Pavelski can't connect on it, as he'll take it on his backhand behind the net. He'll play it up to the opposite side. Pat Burns will dump it right back down in. Played behind the net by Sebastian Roan, and they score. Bobby Arcus gets another one as he redirects it home from in front of the net, and that gives the Rise a 6-0 advantage. Arcus with his second of the game, third of the day for the captain out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. As we roll through here in period number 2. Face-off won by the Rise. As Lindvall will take control of it. Now it finds Ingles over to the left. Ingles working the ball up as it's sent down to the opposite side. Brought back over. Keenan Steckler will have it now. Steckler works it up for LaFond. LaFond has it behind the net, trying to play it over on the right side to Sean Burns. Not able to do it. Kept in by Ingles. Strauss will play it out and sends it all the way back down to the opposite side. Lindvall going to let it ride, and that'll be an icing. Face-off will come to the right of McKeon. Quickly won, quick shot by Burns. Taken around behind the net by Hervatten. Hervatten tries to send it across. Intercepted by Witzigman. Witzigman, who already has a goal today, tries to sneak one through McKeon as that's saved. Now we'll get a stoppage here with 5:28 to go. Face off now to the left of McKeon. Back out for Brownlow. Brownlow over for Pat Burns. Burns down for Steckler. Steckler behind the net for Holinski. Holinski back up to Steckler. Finds Burns. Burns over for Brownlow. Brownlow with it down underneath for Hosher. Hosher up top for Brownlow. Brownlow over for Burns. Burns down for Steckler. Steckler back up top for Brownlow. Brownlow fires his shot. That gets deflected, goes off the back of the glass. Back behind the net for Jeremy Hosher. Hosher has it for the rise. Works it back out where he finds Brownlow. Brownlow over for Burns. Burns fires his shot, goes off a stick. Holinski tries to get there. Hosher with the shot. He'll score from the right side. That'll give the Rise a 7-0 advantage. So Hosher with the goal, 7-0. Face-off going to be won once again by the Rise as they'll carry their way down on the right side. Leave it off for Malmstrom. Malmstrom down to Burns. Burns who sends it down behind the net for Williams. Williams looks in. Trying to make a move on the right side. Comes back now for Burns. Burns over for Malmstrom. Trying to send one across. Where he'll find Olivas. Back up top for Brownlow. Brownlow sends it across for Malmstrom. Malmstrom with a shot. Tries to fire one, but didn't get a lot of power on it as Williams will take it behind his own net. Williams has it coming off the wall. Back up for Burns. Burns sends it back in as the Hitmen try to work it out of their zone, but Olivas will take control of it once again. Back up top for Brownlow. Brownlow with it now for Burns. Burns dumps it in where it's taken over by Malmstrom. Malmstrom tries to play it, see if they can keep it into the zone. They don't, as now here comes the Hitmen moving down the other way. Chipped in by Strauss. First one to get there, however, is going to be Pat Burns. Burns now behind the net. Over for Brownlow. Brownlow looking to take it out of his zone, trying to walk it up. Can't do it on that one as it's sent all the way back down the other side. Brownlow will take over as the Hitmen forced to get back behind the blue line. He'll work it up to Malmstrom, who will dump it in as he'll fire a quick shot as McKeon forced to make a quick save on it. They'll come back down the other end. Here's Mark Kolchny with it now. That gets chipped away. Burns with it. Works up into the center. Trying to find Bobby Arcus. Can't do it that time as it's turned back around the other way by Ruddy. Ruddy works it into the zone. Here's Kolchny going to dump it in. Has it behind the net. Now is Cole Williams here in the final 2 minutes of the second period. Williams working it out of the zone. Up for Arcus. Arcus just can't get to it. He beats it there, though, just before he gets to the line. And Arcus' speed has him hold on to the zone entry. Here's Prussia with it now. Prussia down for Arcus. Arcus with it on the backhand. Back up top for Prussia, who sends it down for Dobbs. Dobbs played out by Kolchny, kept in by Peters. Trickles towards the net. McKeon tries to play it. He's back down as the Hitmen try to get it out of the zone. As Peters will play it in. He'll backhand it. This play goes down into the corner. Pafelski with it behind the net. Back up for Arcus. Arcus behind the net now for Pafelski. Pafelski looking for Dobbs, who fires a shot. Misses. Here's Arcus with it now. Arcus back for Prussia. Prussia sends one across down for Dobbs. Final 52 seconds left to play in the period as Dobbs works his way off on the backhand. Sends it back for John Peters. Peters for Prussia. Over for Arcus. Arcus works one down, trying to send one in front. McKeon gets something on it. Arcus will tap one back in, but it's covered up by McKeon here with 30 seconds left to go in period 2. Face-off will come to the left of McKeon. 10 seconds left to play here in the period. Face off one, Prussia with a quick shot. That goes wide. As it's brought back down to the other, out into the neutral zone. And that face off going to be won by the Rise. Comes back for a Lindvall. Lindvall will work it out of his own zone. He'll work it up, trying to play it over for Sean Burns. Burns has it. He takes a quick shot and he scores.